Welcome back to the channel. I'm Todd here at Blue Trail Range, and today we are going to talk about, and I'm going to probably slaughter the name, the EIG Derringer, which is also known as a Saturday night special. Now let's go over it. I wrote down some notes, and there wasn't much information. I've seen these for sale on the internet, and they've ranged from just $100, saw one as high as 300. This one right here, which belongs to one of the employees here, came from an estate sale, and he picked this bad boy up for $50. Can't go wrong. And it's chambered in 38 special. It is definitely a kick holding on to this little thing and shooting a 38 special out of it. So let's go over some of the information. Like I said, it's EIG, I think. I might be mispronouncing it. If I'm screwing it all up, let me know in the comments below. It comes from Saul EIG. He owned a business called EIG Cutlery. So he imported and sold knives here in the United States. So in the 1950s, he branched out. He expanded his business to include guns. But they specialized in cheap guns. And these guns were the Derringer and a small pocket semi-automatic that was made in either Italy or Japan. Now this Derringer right here, this particular one, was made in Italy. Now in 1968, there was a ban on imports of foreign handguns. So what EIG did to get around this was he had a Miami warehouse, and next door was a church that was not being utilized. So he bought the church, converted that into a gun manufacturing place, and they shipped all the parts from overseas here to the United States in pieces, and then reassembled the guns and sold them. So these guns were relatively cheap. They are not high quality. It's got good weight to it. It felt fine. It's got simple operation. There's a little lever here. Flip it down, flip it over, and then it just opens right up. Right here is the, I'll rotate it. Right here is the little ejector to pop that brass out. Put your rounds in, close it, flip this up, lock it, and it's ready to go. Now it is single action. It's got a flat trigger that is not much to write about. So when you cock the hammer back, the trigger is ready to go. Now I am not going to dry fire it because that would not be good for this particular gun right here. It is in some rough shape. It does need a little cleaning, a little TLC, but it's good for what it is. Took it out and we shot it. Now the footage you're going to see is not the first time we shot it. In fact, the first time we shot it, we were really joking that Dan was probably going to blow his hand off, which he didn't, and then a bunch of us took turns shooting it. And it is interesting. There's not much to talk about the sights. When you naturally look at it, it looks like the front blade sits higher than the groove in the back, and it does. But with that, it hits really low. It's weird to aim. It's not designed for anything at distance. We were joking that literally if you aimed at someone's face, you'd probably hit them in the stomach or groin at any distance other than point blank. But it's still fun to shoot. Now it's fun to shoot like maybe 4 to 6 times. After that, it really starts digging in right here. I was while filming this, shot it a lot, and I was definitely hating life afterward. It definitely left some tenderness in my hand. So the reason it's got the tape all over it is, well, yes, like I said, it's a Saturday night special, so it just adds to the motif. But the plastic that the grips are made out of, according to some reviews that I saw online, tends to be delicate and falls apart easily. So the only thing we could think is that the previous owner had wrapped it up, adding a little girth to the handle and trying to soften it in the back, but maybe also to protect the plastic itself. That's really all I have to say about this little Derringer. It's a novelty. It is definitely not something I would use for home defense, but it would be something that I would maybe carry in a pocket if I was going out and I didn't want to take like my Glock or my SIG or anything like that. It's a good little pocket gun to pull out if you have to defend yourself. Or I told Dan that he had to build one of those armatures on his arm where the gun comes right out and then he can shoot it and then it retracts back in. That's about the only thing I could really see going on with this. So I know it's a really short video, but it's a tiny gun and there's really not much to talk about with it. But I will give you a spoiler of what's coming up. I will be working on a video where we are testing out some new mags from ASC. They make the little mags, well now they're making bigger mags, and we're going to compare those with some hex mags and mag pulls and a bunch of other mags, and that video will be coming up in a few days. So, as always, I will see you on the trail. Stay safe in the fray. Goodbye, my friends.